Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Living Large Las Vegas. My name's Kobe Sherlock, and today, back in the lab, Mr. Derek Parent. Derek, say hello to everybody.
Hello, hello.
Guys, we're bringing somebody really cool to you. I want you to meet someone who has really been not only putting everything out there for our community, but somebody who literally described it as waking up to serve every day. Mr. Jonathan Alvarez, who is the CEO and co-founder of Protective Force International. Jonathan, say hello to everyone.
Hello, all the listeners out there.
All right, man. I tell you, usually I dive right in, but before I do, I want to ask a little bit. Can you share a little bit about yourself and your background and how you got here?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am 9-year military veteran in the reserves, law enforcement veteran, security veteran. So I've done a lot within the industry, and it pretty much set me up for what I have today. An only child, which is something rare when somebody gives back so much as being an only child, right? But I love to give back to the community, like you said, and I get up every day just wanting to do it, and that pretty much I'm just a service. I'm a service to everyone. That's what I'm here. I'm a servant.
How long have you been in Vegas?
Going a little over 6 years.
Awesome, man. Yeah. How's it been for you here in Las Vegas?
I love it. People are great. You know, when we came out here, cost of living was much cheaper. There was still plentiful, jobs at the time. We got out here and essentially built this empire that we have, that we're able to do so much in the community and give back with something, with nothing, started from nothing.
Yeah. Man, I tell you, I just want to thank the Vegas Chamber for connecting us. Something that Derek and I always have the pleasure of doing is speaking with community leaders and incredible business owners and leaders who have started right here in Vegas, and how well connected the city is in supporting and serving each other as we go through. So thanks to them for getting us here and getting us connected. But for you, how's your experience been with the community of Las Vegas and connecting with the citizens that live here, and obviously through your partnerships with work?
So just knowing and coming out here and realizing that Vegas is all about networking. If you don't know who does what and what they are and what they're about, you're already at a loss. So get out there and know who your community is. First thing is making sure you identify who are these leaders, who are the people, who are the movers and shakers, and go out and introduce yourself. And that's literally how everything started. And from there, you meet other people from them, and they introduce you to other people, and everyone uses their resources for this valley, and it's so incredible to be a part of it.
Man, when you were sharing off camera a little bit about the growth and success you've had in your business, it's definitely evident that you're an incredible leader for the guys that you lead and the teams that you have. Can you tell us a little bit about where you started with it and kind of where you guys are at now?
So as a leader, we never know what we're doing. I'm going to tell you that right now. And every day it's something new. We learn something new. You learn a new way of saying something, a new way of communication. So starting out even with a handful of guys, and first shift, myself and Lieutenant Almeida, who's out there, we were the first shift. And, pulling nights and then hustling in the morning to go to apartment complexes and shopping centers is what really built this organization. So putting in the time and having all the officers that we have understand where we got to and where we're at right now and what the future is about putting in effort. So if your leadership puts in effort and grinds with these guys and these girls that are out there, they really, truly respect you.
I love that.
So you started with 2 employees, and what are you guys at now?
So we're a little bit over 200 employees now on the roster. For any given time on a shift, we probably got 40-something, close to 50 officers out patrolling either shopping centers, HOAs, commercials, executive protection, canine officers, and then the command staff, which works mostly days. And we got a command staff at night, dispatchers. I mean, it's the whole kit and caboodle. So it's a really, really awesome operation to see it grow.
And when did that start? When did the business start?
So September 2018.
Wow, yeah, You employ a lot of people in a short period of time.
We actually didn't become.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We didn't become operational until March of 2019, which we got our first contract.
That's awesome.
So it was the grind from September, working and getting out there and building everything, selecting the uniforms, going out and getting the academy set up. How do we want to teach these guys and girls how to involve themselves with the community, how to interact with law enforcement? And here, everything has been so successful, so we're very blessed.
So, does everyone carry as well as you do? Kevlar and dress, body cam, everyone.
So, as of right now, we have 2 different types of officers. We have unarmed officers that carry the same equipment as you see here. I'm part of a specialized unit, the canine unit, and we have an emergency security team that are the only ones that wear these outer vest carriers. We call it the CDI factor. The chicks dig it, you know. So,
I actually was digging it too,
Man,
to
I
be
didn't know
honest
where
with
he
you.
was
When you
going
walked
with
in,
it. He was like CDI. I'm like, that sounds so tough.
yeah,
acronyms are key.
yeah,
Acronyms
really
are key.
are.
So we have that, but then anyone who's not part of the specialized unit, like Lieutenant Almeida, wears the inner vest carrier, but everybody is equipped and trained, vetted to make sure that they give the community the best service. So a lot of these other organizations put guys and girls out there with no training, no equipment, and expect them to do the same job and almost answer the same calls of emergencies and services and to help the community without any of it. So that's what sets us aside.
Man, how have you guys, and I mean, just from the growth, I feel like I know the answer to this, but I want to hear it. How have you been received by the community in your operations and services that you provided?
So based on growth, I don't think the community actually realizes that. What they actually realize is when we all go out there as a team to serve them. So we go out to the impoverished areas and, you know, areas that live in poverty. We hand out food, masks, water. We partner with Metro and the property management groups to go out there and actually give back. So we spend a lot of our funds to give back to the community as a whole, whether it's through education, through our free women's self-defense seminar that we do as well. We all volunteer our time in different areas, all the way to just these little things where we go and we talk with the community and we hand out stickers to the kids and let them see that, you know, individuals in uniform are not scary.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, so how did COVID affect you guys at all? Did you guys have any pullback or?
So quite the opposite. So probably our business tripled during that time. Service calls went up on all of our complexes and our housing because people were, you know, kind of stuck together. Just like, you know, statistically, domestics went up, a lot of the crime went up. So we actually had more service calls than we did throughout that time. Some of these retail contracts that we had existing toned back their hours, or they just said, hey, we're closing the business for now. But ultimately, we just continue to grow, and that growth, you know, still operating. We had to change some of the things that we did. So our officers had to wear masks. We provided all our officers a brand new mask, cloth masks with like 3 different layers. We spent a lot of money on that, as well as, you know, the gloves, latex gloves. So we went out and we just gave the officers everything that they needed to do to interact with the community. And then sometimes, depending on their post, they just get a box or like a bag of masks to give back. So they see somebody went out walking with one. Here you go. You know, have a nice day. And take
a mask. So I heard that you are in Henderson leadership. I'm not Henderson, Metro leadership.
Yeah. So Leadership Las Vegas, it's a fantastic program. Right now we're the longest class because of COVID. So they actually misinterpreted the dates. It wasn't only a year. We're going a long time.
Oh my gosh, man.
But we graduate August, so we're very excited about that. It's an amazing program where community leaders and, you know, CEOs, executives, and business owners, and even all the way down to employees can, you know, apply for it, get selected, and be part of, like, you know, what you explained before, having that community and that networking, and you get to do things and see things that nobody else does on the back end and learn how Las Vegas runs. So us as leaders, we have to make better decisions for what's best for the community.
So I put my application for this up and coming year. So I just graduated Henderson leadership, and now I'm going to go do Metro.
How was Henderson's?
It was awesome. I mean, it made a lot of great friends. We had a great legacy project that they did. It was I Care for Kids.
Oh, nice.
You know, so we got to raise a bunch of money and do some fun stuff. All the get-togethers were amazing. You know, I've been here for 20 years, but I learned so much more about, like, Henderson, right? Public Works Day and all the different days that they had. It was amazing. That's why I'm really excited about Metro. You know, we've been plugging away to get us in there. So once we get the interview, I'm sure that I want to do it. I love this community.
You'll do great, man.
I want to get to know more about the Las Vegas stuff. I wanted to get, you know, go to that, and, you know, just the amazing friends that you meet in there, right? That you stay friends with for a long time.
We had one of his classmates, Chief Kevin James.
Yes.
Yeah,
Who's a Vegas classmate of yours, and
I love him.
I mean, what a rock star!
Yes,
it's hard not to, right?
Yeah, right. Did he fit in this chair, by the way?
You know,
so muscular.
I hope he's watching. I hope you watch this.
I hope he's watching.
I'm gonna have to
too.
remind him.
Bro.
He's a monster, man.
He is. He'd be like, every time we would leave a class, I'm like, hey man, where you going? Well, I'm gonna go work out.
All right.
Bro, it's like 9 at night. It's 9 o'clock at night. How you gonna work out now? Oh, I gotta work out in the morning and at night. All right, Chief.
He's committed, man.
He's
I love
awesome.
it.
I love it.
Well, I tell you, for you guys with your business, and I heard you mention retail and a few other things. What all services do you offer?
So that's an excellent question. I can sit here and talk about it all day. So the unarmed officers, a lot of the businesses don't really want armed officers. But our unarmed officers still look like armed officers without the firearm. Then we have armed officers, and each of those two have to go through an academy. So they go through an academy, learn ethics, how to dress, how to put their uniform, like their duty belt together. They get certified in the ASP. They get certified in the expandable baton. Pepper spray. They get sprayed during the academy. And
Initiation.
Yeah, right. Can neither confirm nor deny that. And they learn Nevada law. I mean, it's just an extensive academy that we run. So after that, you have executive protection. So we have a really great team of individuals who have done that kind of work for either overseas or here domestically. Canine officers. We have a lot of dogs that we're getting to work. Once these events come back as well and the conventions come back, it's wonderful to see these canines and these officers and handlers operate. We do investigations. Lieutenant Almeida runs our division on investigations, our PI work. Mobile units, so we have marked and unmarked mobile units that do patrol checks, HOAs, patrol the communities, answer service calls, and consulting. So I get to go out and, just like you said, when you did the light thing with your new facility, that's kind of what I do as well.
So, I mean, what made you wanna, to start this business?
So that is the $1 million question, because there was a need, and there was a need in this community to supplement and be a liaison between the citizens and residents and law enforcement, right? We have a form of security out there that, again, just isn't trained and it isn't equipped. At what point were we going to hold ourselves accountable and generate an industry and an entity that could say, yes, we don't want an October 1 to happen, right? We don't want, if it took one security officer with a tourniquet and trained in that tourniquet to save one life, that means everything I've done for the past almost 2 years was worth it. Because if that individual was contracted there and an emergency happened, they were trained and equipped to respond to it. Our whole city and our whole economy is based on events, tourism. So that's what we need to do. Why are we not focusing on the safety? And Metro and everyone else does an amazing job, but their resources are limited. As private security as ourselves and the casino security outnumber law enforcement, 10 to 1. So why are these individuals on the private side not trained and equipped like them?
And I don't even know if you can speak on this, but all the riots that were just happening, were you guys controlled some of that stuff?
So we didn't really control and be on the front lines like our brothers and sisters in blue were. Some of our contracts did include those areas, and we would just make sure that within that perimeter we were allowed to just protect. And thank God that nothing was destroyed. I mean, we were very fortunate as a community to not be affected like other cities were. But that was a very rough time in our area. But no, it wasn't. Didn't affect us personally. It affected the community. But yeah.
I feel like with the media, a lot of our, really just civil servants, everybody in blue, getting a lot of hell right now. And so for you guys, even in your sector, to support them and obviously provide support to the citizens and to our community, mad love to you guys for putting it out there and still continuing to serve, even with some of the harsh things being put out there about it. It's tough. It's a tough time right now.
Yeah, I go out and sometimes to the sites, and I will go through and I walk through these complexes and these neighborhoods with the officers, and some of the atrocious things some people say to them, it's just besides me. It is what it is, but even my officers as well, just like Henderson and Metro and North Las Vegas, all the police departments, they wake up every morning, put on the uniform, and still serve, even though they're vilified at the time. But our uniforms and some other organizations are very similar, and to law enforcement. We're not law enforcement, but they look like them. So anybody in uniform is still considered a form of authority. So we're not very liked, but still, I'm very proud of all my officers that they just wake up and still do the same thing, and some of these community events that we do, they actually come in on their days off, put the uniform on, and go and work these events with us. And it's so awesome to see our culture and the culture that myself and the other co-founder put together and built, see it, happen right in front of us.
Everybody just wants to go home, man, and support each other. It's a good time for that.
I just, I just want to congratulate him just building such a business so quickly. I mean, that's big. I mean, that's not a lot of people can scale that fast and have an academy. How long is the academy?
So the academy right now is 40 hours. It's just 1 week long. We also, not only do I have the PFI, the security company, we also have a nonprofit that we picked up. So it's Protective Force International Community Development Corporation. So our goal in that specifically is to raise funds and resources to give back to the veterans and the community.
Awesome.
So a lot of our officers are ex-law enforcement and military veterans, which we got that award we were talking about through Congress. And a lot of these individuals and the veterans are coming out of the military looking for work. A lot of them they go back to what's easiest to them is security, right? So they're specialized in something awesome. If they don't get that, the easiest thing to do is security, because that's what your basic function is in almost any branch. So they'll come in and have no gear. So we want to supplement that gear through resources and donations in the nonprofit, as well as the Training Institute. So that academy is under the Training Institute that we have, where we offer CCW courses, free women's self-defense courses. We offer the academy as well, soon to offer, personal self-defense firearms for like pistols and rifles. And we just want to be like a one-stop shop where our community and people from international would come over here and just train with a real security element and take that back to them and, and expand our culture.
And so, are you guys still looking for offices? So if someone wanted to go through your academy, when does the academy run?
So usually we have a weekly academy. We have great instructors that transition. They get a couple days off, get everything situated to run back. Academy runs through Monday, Friday. We try and build up and wait till we got a good group. And we've had a lot of people as everything starts opening up and we go out back to doing events, everyone sees us. So everyone goes, hey, I want to go work for you. How do you get in? So first off, you got to go to the PILB website and apply for your guard card. Once you get that work card, you can apply through our website. And our website is www.protectiveforceintl.com, so international abbreviated. We're automating everything now, but Indeed also has the application process. We just continuously try and rotate, and we're always hiring, because either individuals already who are our officers get picked up by Metro, or they decide to go to a higher paying contracting job. And it's like, we want to be that stepping stone as well. You want a career with us? Awesome. We love you. We have full benefits, dental, medical, all that stuff, everything. But if you can get a job somewhere else using us and using the credentialing and the training, heck yeah, we're here to support you and what you do to make your family more,
That's gold, man.
I'm a guy that likes to have a card at CCW. I may have to go over there, just get my.
That's what I was just saying.
My
I might just
security
sign
card.
up. I've already paid, but I'm down. I might just come.
I'll get my security card.
Why not? Why not?
I mean, I will reach out off air a little bit more about that. I love the protective training
for the
and
women.
Yeah, I mean, Jane would love that, man. And I just got a brand new 300 blackout I need to learn a little bit more about anyway.
Our firearms instructors are all ex-law enforcement, ex-military, so definitely should give you the right techniques, the safety, everything to make sure that you're accurate and you know your weapon well.
So do you guys have a facility, like a shooting range on stuff for your...
Ourselves, we don't. We use a third party for the shooting range, but we do have a training facility that houses our kennels and classrooms and our supply units and everything like that. So there's always somebody working throughout there. But the future of PFI is getting a larger facility to have and enclose all of those entities within one area. So having a training facility with a shoot house and multiple classrooms, things, a fake casino, so the casino officers can come and train, fake hotel rooms, so a fake house, everything. So all of our brothers and sisters, whether you're in security, military, or law enforcement, can come and take advantage of these areas, offer multitude of classes to the community, and obviously have this nice retail space where you want some PFI swag or you want the right gear that we'll recommend. Come on in and we'll be able to do everything. We can protect you, train you, and
you know, Bonnie Springs would have been the perfect thing for you guys because they already
It's
had
like a town.
They sold the
Oh,
town.
yeah.
They so you could have had all kinds of
Everything.
saloons.
Maybe that's the future.
That would have been pretty
Baby
cool.
steps with a.
Yeah,
I'd say
so-
Bonnie Springs probably would have been a little expensive, but I love it.
How cool
Yeah.
that's a good experience.
Hey, we still looking for investors. You want to join?
Actually,
Well-
I'm always I'm definitely interested in firearms and having a range. I wanted to open a range for a
That's-
while now.
That's all included in this whole vision, this whole project that we have coming up. It's just having a few ranges in there so the public can come in.
Yeah.
Open 24/7 so law enforcement can come in. So it's just so much that's happening within the back of PFI that we're just so excited.
Man, I meant to ask. I know you mentioned this about your K9 unit. It's right on your chest.
Yeah.
I know you got a little buddy here with you today.
Yes,
What's
yeah.
his name? You want to tell us a little bit about him?
So his name is Pele. He is my partner, literally my best friend. He does everything with me. If he could shower with me, he probably could. He sleeps next to me on the ground. He eats next to me. He just, anywhere I go, he goes. He's always with me, other than here because he'd just be smelling everything. He's an explosive detection canine. We actually trained this morning, and I'm so proud of him. Him and I hit on everything that they put out, so we're very proud of our team. We have a really good team. We have great instructors who supplement that. But yeah, he's about almost 3 years old. He's half German Shepherd and half Malinois. So you remember Jurassic Park? The Raptor Blue that Chris Pratt's kind of like that's him. So
That's cool. Genetically,
genetically mutated.
I mean, so why Pele? I mean, it's a great soccer player.
Yeah, so actually, he came from Germany with that name, so I decided to keep it because I love to run. I like to stay in shape and running. And originally, him and I kind of didn't get along. It was a bonding process. You got to go. So, he'd look at me cockeyed, and I'd look at him, and I'm like, hey, bro, I don't want any trouble. And he's like, all right, man, I'm good. Just feed me, and there won't be any trouble. So I'll feed him, put him away in his kennel. So it took about 2 weeks till we both finally, made up, right? I started taking him running 3-4 miles. Awesome. Did it multiple times a week with him. And then the heat starts picking up, and I started going to these different these trail runs with incline, and he became the laziest dog. He's like, he just would stop and he's like, I'm not going. I'm like, bro, your name is Pele. You have ran with me for probably months already. What is the deal? And he's just like, no, I'm not gonna do it. So I don't run with him anymore. I have to take him on walks like a normal dog. Well, you're not normal, man. You're a $20,000 pet right now, and it's not cool.
Yeah, I could picture. I've seen this in a video, but I also seen it live in California where a dog just stayed on the ground and the owner couldn't move him. I have the video. The owner couldn't move, just staying there like, no, I'm not going any further. That's all I picture him doing that to you.
We go out in the public, and he's fantastic with kids. Almost all of our dogs, we have patrol dogs that nobody touches them. But most of our dogs are explosive detection for our events and things like that, and safety and concerts. But they are all amazing with kids, and he's just so lovable, right? And you never guess that he was like that, outside. When he's in work mode, I put a vest on him, automatic work mode. Take the vest off and go home. It's like he's like a Maltese or a Dachshund or something. He's only on his belly, and once his belly rubs, I'm like, dude, it's truly an on-shift type of canine.
Puts the TV on.
Yeah. He'll sit there, watch TV. If there's noises, he's like looking at it, look at me.
you got to let us meet him after this.
Oh, yeah,
man, for
I'll
sure.
bring him up, definitely.
And a special treat for the listeners, although he doesn't know yet, Jonathan's actually going to allow us to, right here on camera, pepper spray Derek. So if you're tuning in, welcome. This is going to be awesome.
This is what I get for making fun of your nails.
Oh, he brought that up. Wow.
It's all good. You're a hater, man. I love you.
But we're so grateful that you're part of this community.
Yeah.
I mean, just service. So we can go back a little bit. That 1 October. I mean, what you guys are doing for this town. The police do a great job. But again, having private security is absolutely huge, especially people that are flying in and doing a lot of great stuff. So the best way to contact you guys, or if anyone is looking for private security, because you guys do personal bodyguarding too, right? Private security too?
Absolutely. So I know we have our own executive protection team, and most of those guys and girls, because there are some badass women. I don't know if I can say ass.
No, you can. You're good.
Right, cool, because they are awesome. Sometimes they train even our own teams as well. I think one of them is a professional fighter. Super cool. But They have like the teams are either uniformed, they can be uniformed, they can be in suits, they can be plain clothes. So it's pretty much whatever the client wants. But to contact us, you again go to our website. You can actually input a request through there, the www.protectiveforceintl.com. You can also email us at info@protectiveforceintl.com, or I won't give you the dispatch line because I did that once, and the dispatcher is like pulling her hair out because everyone is calling when that's the service call line. I did that make that mistake once. Won't do it again. But.
We'll put all links for Jonathan and the company into the post as well. So check below in the comments or in the title. We'll get you guys connected if you need support there as well.
We also have social media as well. So we have a really good Instagram. Actually, Gabby takes care of all the social media, PR. Or public relations officer, business development director, is that the one also? So I make sure I give everyone the right titles. So we have Facebook, we have Instagram, LinkedIn. We're actually holding a raffle. So for every 1,000 followers that we get, we'll do a $50 gift card and we'll just select, randomly somebody to do that. So I put some videos of us at the station this past week to announce it. So invite your friends, the entire list. And we as an organization just want everyone to know we are here, and that's pretty much what our motto is. #we are here.
I love it.
Man. You're one of the what I would call a servant leader. Everything that you say, it's about the community, it's about the people, all the give backs that you guys do. What are some of the organizations that you guys actually do a lot of stuff for?
So the Shade Tree is one of them. We partnered with the Shade Tree. They actually come in and do a small presentation during the Women's Self-Defense. Domestic violence and human trafficking is a really something that I don't want to say that the act of I'm passionate about. It's the topic that I'm passionate about. I got to word that correctly. Yeah. So giving back and being able to protect and those individuals who are affected by that is incredible, because as a law enforcement officer in South Florida, I saw everything, rescued children, rescued women from that element, even men as well. So having that opportunity to be partnered with them, Linda Perez over there is fantastic. She's the CEO of the Shade Tree, fantastic partner with that, as well as 10,000 Kids Mobile Library is also another one who brings mobile libraries to impoverished areas, and gives books to children, feeds them through 3 Square, and it's amazing. And if any organization out there wants to partner with our nonprofit, we are always looking. We are always looking to assist the community of what resources we can. We do what we can with what we have.
Yeah. Well, you to me are a guy that puts the pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
You're a million miles an hour.
Yeah.
Nonprofit stuff. I mean, you're only a couple years old and stuff that you're already doing.
I can feel your passion too, man. It's evident. I love it.
I can only see what the next 10 years is going to look like for your organization. Probably 20,000 employees and multiple cities. It's a given. You don't grow this fast and then just stop. It's not in you. You can obviously tell. And passion it dictates a lot of stuff. Where you love doing, it breeds.
Thank you.
Man, it's exciting just to get to know you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming in. And, when we heard about the company and what you were up to, of course, we were like, oh, let's do this. But now that you're sitting here, it's super cool. I appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us.
Yeah. Kobe even did his nails for you.
I see. Thank you. I want a picture with your nails, by the way.
All right. Well, we're going to do that for sure, because I can use all the social media attention I can get, honestly.
Yeah, he had to go with the pepper gas.
I'm going to pepper spray you for real when this is over.
Oh, gosh.
Jonathan, thanks again. Seriously. And looking forward to seeing how great this can be for you in the community and how big it can be. And we'll talk offline. I definitely think some organizations that can support.
And this is, another way, if someone want to get in the police cabinet, like he said, this is a great stepping stone. So if you're a 19-year-old kid or 20-year-old, you're someone that wants to do something, it sounds like it's a great opportunity, right, to serve. And then if you want to go somewhere further, you can go Metro if you want, or anything. You go Secret Service, you can do anything. Military, you can do whatever. Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, this is a great stepping stone for this community. I mean, this is people that they may think about it, but they can go get an experience here, learn a little bit, and then go to the next level.
I love it, man. I mean, the promotion of growth for these guys, not only the service you give, but there's no telling how many in schools too. I'm like clicking at the top of the head. I have so many ideas for you, man.
But they do it the right way. This isn't like some of these security companies that just go get kids and say, hey, go stand out there with a white shirt on that doesn't fit you and walk around a parking lot. This is real deal security, right? So, I mean, this is the way to go. I mean, you are definitely the future.
Thank you guys.
Any last words for the listeners out there?
Well, thank you, everyone. I think that everyone who's listening should give back some way to the community, whether it's time, talent, or treasure. So if you can give back something, just do it, because our community and how society is and the world is right now, we need a lot of love, we need some compassion, and we need some I want to say elbow grease to the areas that really need it. So as a community, we need to come together and get out there and do something.
Absolutely.
I love it, man. Well, I tell you, living large, Las Vegas, coming back at you. Jonathan Alvarez, everybody. I mean, hit him up if you need a service, if you just want to get involved, or if you know somebody that can really be supported in the career that he has to offer for you. Reach out, connect with us. I look forward to connecting, man. You've been awesome. Thank you so much.